Hello everyone, it's Mr.Kool back with another YouTube video, and I know it's been a long time, a little while, and I wasted my summer not to do videos, and now I feel kind of bad. But today I'm going to be discussing, it's not like a myth, but it's like popular people, or a lot of popular belief is that the original song Mad World was written by Gary Jules. And for a long time, I thought this was true, but I had always heard that it wasn't, and I always kind of was like, wait a second. And every single time I look up Mad World, it comes up as Gary Jules. He is the singer-songwriter. It is his song, basically. Other recordings of this song, and there are many different recordings, but like a lot of people think it is Gary Jules. A lot of my friends think it's Gary Jules, and that's just because this song basically became an internet sensation, a meme, and a lot of people grew to know that song because of this. And so I'm gonna be kind of just showing you guys where the original came from, and that everyone's been giving credit to the wrong guy. And it's not completely true. Some people do give credit to the original writers and performers, and I see a lot of people who give it to Gary Jules, and I feel like the original should always get the credit, no matter if they're doing a slow version or if they're doing a version that sounds like Gary Jules. I believe that they should give it to the original artist, and the original artist was Tears for Fears. But before I show you that, I'm going to be showing you the Gary Jules version that everyone knows and loves. And, yeah. So this is Gary Jules' version of Mad World.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
So that was Gary Jules' version, and a lot of people, like I said, tend to say that it's his or cover more of his version of it. And it is a very sad, slow song, but what a lot of people don't know is that the original one is written by Tears for Fears, and Tears for Fears is made it very upbeat. That was their song, and they made it very upbeat. And that's what really surprised a lot of people that I showed, and surprising me when I first heard the song, and I'm like, wow, this is an upbeat version. And I happen to love both versions. I love the slow version, and I love the upbeat version. I find the upbeat version a little bit more funny because it's a very sad song, but it's very upbeat. So Tears for Fears, yes, wrote this song or performed it in 1983. Same lyrics, except it's a little different. The track is a little different. So here's the Tears for Fears original version. The same little section that I got recorded, the Gary Jules section was 21 seconds to get to that part, and the Tears for Fears version was 16 seconds to get to that part. So it's a little faster, and it is, like I said, much more upbeat. Same lyrics, very similar, but like it's very, very fast. But a lot of people that I see that cover this song cover the Gary Jules version. I have yet to find a version where it's like a popular version that's also upbeat like the Tears for Fears version. Which, like I said, maybe they give credit to Gary Jules because it's a slower version, but I believe it's just because a lot of people don't really know. Like when they say, oh, this person sings this person sings Mad World, and then they're like, by Gary Jules, and I'm like, that's not true, it is by Tears for Fears, and I think, like I said, they should give proper credit. So this is the Riverdale cast singing Mad World that they said was taken from Gary Jules.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
So that section also took about 21 seconds, like the Gary Jules. So it is probably very much based off of this slower version, but they gave Tears for Fears no credit at all. And I wonder if Gary Jules does take the credit for it, but I really don't know. I do like the Riverdale version; it is a good version. But yeah, and this is now the Imagine Dragons version of the song. It is a very long taking song. It takes a long time to get to the part. But I mean, at first it's very upbeat, and I'll show you in a second. But it's just because I feel like it's Imagine Dragons, his singer. The singer for Imagine Dragons does sing in that more upbeat type tone, but it is still based off of Gary Jules. So as you can see, it still feels more an upbeat or faster tone, but it really isn't.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
So that section took 32 seconds because of the first little like beginning part. They kind of doubled it. But as you can see, it's still more like lower and sad. And it's also said that it was Gary Jules's. It's from his song, and like I said, it's not his song. And I kind of think, what do you guys think? Do you believe that Tears for Fears should get the recognition, or do you think Gary Jules should get the recognition, or do you think both of them should? Um, but like I said, I mean, every single one is different, but most of them do seem to resemble Gary Jules's version. But I do love the Tears for Fears version. It's great too. And I think you guys should check it out. I will leave the links to each and every one of the songs that I played today so you can find out what your favorite version is. And I don't know, leave some comments to say, what do you think about this whole, like, Gary Jules Tears for Fears dilemma? Anyway, I will see you guys next time. So have a great day and bye.